If you are creating content and you need a super easy, non-techie way to create everything from social media graphics to freebies to grow your email list, to digital products to sell, to marketing materials, Canva is your one-stop shop to do all of this. And it's free to use so many of its features. In this video, I'm giving you a complete step-by-step tutorial of how to use Canva for beginners in 2022. If you are not using Canva yet, I can bet by the end of this video that you will be creating an account. I have so much to show you, so let's get started. Welcome back to the channel. Maureen here from thecreativeimpact.com, where I help busy bloggers and content creators work smarter, not harder, by providing the templates and the trainings that they need to build their online businesses and make their first 1K plus online. If this sounds like you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the little bell right afterwards so that you don't miss any of the helpful content that I post on this channel each and every week. So today I'm going to be sharing my screen with you and giving you a step-by-step tutorial of how to use Canva for beginners in 2022. Now, Canva it's an incredibly user-friendly graphic design platform that is honestly my go-to for everything, for my graphics, for my blog posts, pins for Pinterest, my YouTube thumbnails, freebies to grow my email list. I create all my digital products that I sell on here and so much more. So let me share my screen with you and let's get started on this tutorial. All right, if you're following along with this tutorial, you can go to thecreativeimpact.com/Canva. I will put a link to this in the show notes below, as well as in the comments section. And once you're on this page, the first thing you need to do to use Canva is either log in with your account or sign up for a free account. So you can choose to use Canva for free, which they have a ton of great features, or you can try the pro trial for 30 days. So let me quickly show you what is included in each of these so you can make your decision. Canva free is right here. It's completely free forever. These are the things that you have access to. So you get a ton of free templates, lots of different design types, hundreds of thousands of free photos and graphics. Most of these are pulled from like free graphic sites. You can invite members from your team. You can collaborate and comment in real time, and you get 5 gigabytes of cloud storage. So this is a great option, especially when you're just starting out. But since they do offer a 30-day free trial, I highly suggest you try out Canva Pro. This is what I use and love, and it has everything that the free plan has, but you get 100+ million premium stock photos. So the stock photos are really good. Like the premium ones, you're getting some really good images. You're also getting that remove image backgrounds, which I think is super helpful. If you ever want to take a picture of yourself and then remove the background, you have the ability to do this with the Pro plan. And that is something I use all the time, especially with things like my YouTube thumbnails. You also get to resize things with Magic Resize. So if you create something that's a certain size, like for Facebook, and you want to take the same graphic and make it be able to use on like Instagram or Pinterest, you can resize it to a Pinterest size with one click. You don't have to redesign the whole thing. It also gives you a lot more storage. And a really cool thing that I'm going to show you in this tutorial is you can also schedule social media content to 8 platforms directly from Pinterest. So you don't have to worry about like posting and all that stuff. So you can choose which one you want to do. If you do want to try the Pro plan for 30 days. There's no risk involved. If you cancel before 30 days, you are not going to get charged. Whether you choose the free or the pro plan, this tutorial is going to be valuable to you, but I'm going to let you choose which one you'd like. All right, so when you have made your decision, what you'll do is you'll come up here and click sign up, and you can either sign up with Google, with Facebook, or sign up with your email. What I'm going to do is I already have an account, so I'm going to log into my account right now. You sign up how you want to sign up, and I'll meet you inside the platform. All right, once you have created an account, you're going to come to this screen right here, and this can look a little overwhelming. We have stuff here that you can choose from, stuff on the side, stuff as you scroll. So I'm going to go over each section with you and just kind of show you how you can use this as a beginner. So first, we're going to start up here on the right-hand side. This is your icon where all your account information is, your account settings, your privacy policy, how you can refer friends as an affiliate, things like that. Over here is the help center. If you have any questions, you can go here. There's lots of frequently asked questions that you can go to. This gear section is actually all your account settings, your billing, and things like that. Notifications, if you have any notifications, I really don't use that much. Let's go back to home here. This is your home button to get back to the main screen. You can either click this or the Canva button right here to get you back to this home screen. How you would start to create a design, you can do this a couple different ways. So the first way here is you have this big purple button that says create design. If you know kind of what you want to create, you can go here and you can search for specific designs, or it's going to suggest different things for you, a Facebook post, Pinterest pin, Instagram, Facebook cover, things like that. So this is one way you can quickly start to create a design. If you want to create your own custom size, you have this plus button right here that you would click on, and you can choose the width and the height of your canvas. You can do it by pixels, inches, millimeters, or centimeters. You can also, if we X out of that, you have the option to edit photos by clicking this button or import a file right here. So this is one way by coming up to create a design that you can get started. You can also come here to this search bar, which pretty much does the same thing. You can search your content or canvas. So if you're just starting out, you can search different templates here. If you already have an account, you can search your projects. If I go to your projects, you can see all the things that I've done. But if you're just starting out, you have these templates. They suggest some templates for you. Again, it's pretty much like the creative design. They give you some options right here. So that is one way you can search for designs. You also have this right here. If you want to do presentations and you click on that, it's going to bring up different presentation templates, social media templates. It'll go by popular, Instagram, Facebook. So you can see that there's all different things you can pick from. Video, if you want to create video, you would come here. Print products, if you're getting into more print on demand things, they have a whole section on that. Marketing, this just gives you some different marketing things, how to create logos, Facebook ads. There's templates for everything in here. You can also come up here. This is another place to get templates. Now, these are just, I want to let you, I don't want to overwhelm you. So I want you to know that you can come to any of these sections to search templates. You can come up here, you can use here, or you can use here. They're all going to bring you pretty much to the same thing. If you come up to the top here, we have templates, Instagram stories, Instagram posts, Facebook posts, and we're going to get into some of these, but right now I just want to give you the overview of everything. You can have templates for cards, for business, for marketing, education, classroom kits, things that are trending, so many different options. And then they have different features, different photos, icons, print products. We're going to be getting into this, but I just want to show you where you can find this stuff. And then Canva Learn, this is going to give you even more information on how to get the most out of Canva. They have a section here, getting started with Canva, where you can learn all about different tips and managing things and design. So that's a really nice place when you're first getting started if you want to check out that. Then here on the left, our other menu. This is once you really start creating, you're going to have this section over here that says your projects. Right here is going to bring up all your projects. You can save things in folders. If you have a team or anyone shared things with you, it's going to be here. This is your trash folder after you trash things. This is things that have been shared with you, but down here is your team. If you have a team, you can invite members. And then if you're on the Pro trial or you decided to buy the Pro version, you're going to see right here that these things with the little crown, anytime you see a crown, that means it's for the Pro version. I have the ability to create a brand kit here, which I love. It's one of the reasons I upgraded to Pro. It lets me really brand all the designs I'm creating. So I was able to choose my brand colors here. And so when I create a project, I can quickly access any of my brand colors to pop into my designs. I can also upload my own fonts here. If you're using the trial, if you're doing a 30-day trial, you can come here and do this for your brand colors and upload your fonts. And I believe even if you don't stay on the 30-day, you don't stay with the Pro plan after the 30-day trial, I believe you still have access to your uploaded fonts that you uploaded while you were on the free trial. So that's a great thing. And then I talked to you about on the Pro plan, you also have this content planner, which is amazing. I think this is really cool tool that Canva has introduced. So it already populates like different holidays within here. It helps you plan content like, oh, if I wanted to put out something on St. Patrick's Day, I could create a design and schedule it in here. So anything I create, if I wanted to put in a new post, I would just come here, click new post, and anything that I had created, maybe like just say I wanted to post this on a certain day, I would select my channel. It could be, I don't have all my stuff set up in here, but at my Facebook page, Facebook group, wherever I wanted to post it, I would click that, right? Maybe I'd choose my Facebook page. I could connect it to Facebook. What it would do is after I connected it to my certain channel, I could write what I wanted to write here, and then I could schedule it, and Canva would automatically schedule it out to my Facebook page or my Pinterest, wherever I wanted to use that. I do use scheduling for Pinterest through Canva. All right, so I went over this top section here, this menu here, and this menu on the side. These two tools, the Brand Kit and the Content Planner, are only available on the Pro version. Again, I highly suggest just checking out that 30-day trial. You have nothing to lose. You may find out that you really like it, or maybe it's not for you and you just go back to the completely free version. All right, now let's go in and create something in Canva so you can really see how you can upload photos and text and do all the different design elements within Canva. So let's go back to home and let's start by creating a pin for Pinterest. So I can either come up here to create a design and I can see Pinterest pin right here, or I could type in Pinterest and see all the different things that come up. I could do Pinterest ad, Pinterest carousel ad, Pinterest pin in this size, or Pinterest pin in this size. You got all different options here. So I can either come here to create a design, or I can just come here to Pinterest and go back to templates here. Make sure you're in templates and get the same type of things. So right now I'm going to just create a Pinterest pin. And what's going to happen when I click on that, it's going to bring up all different templates that I can use. So I don't have to recreate the wheel and start from scratch. If you wanted to, you can absolutely create a blank Pinterest pin completely from scratch. But if you want to save time and you're not that great designing, Canva has endless templates for Pinterest pins, Facebook posts, Instagram posts. So you can just pick one and go for it. On the side here, you can actually filter even further. If you have a certain style you're going for, if your brand is a feminine brand, you appeal to women, then you might want to choose feminine pins. You can click this view more to see all the different ones they have. You can do creative, pastel, bold. Let's see what bold looks like. And you can just pick which one you like. Let's go down and see the filtering even more. Oh, there's a lot of choices there. You can pick themes. You can sort by color. So say yellow is one of your brand colors. You can filter it so you're just getting like yellow different pins. So you can see how simple this is to use. It's very user-friendly. So let's just say that we wanted to we'll just use this first one here. And now here is your Pinterest pin. And what you would want to do is you could just change out the text for your own text where it says reallyGreatSite.com. Obviously, you would put your URL to your website, and you can change out the picture and things like that. So let's really make this our own here. Okay, so we'll pretend we're going to stay with the same food theme. We'll say instead of lemon cookies, we'll say maybe how to make chocolate chip cookies in 10 minutes or less. Maybe that'll be our blog post or our YouTube video that we're doing, and we want to make a Pinterest pin for it. Every single thing on this pin is editable. So we can change out the text here. We can change out the pictures, any graphics. We can even change the background. And you can resize everything by clicking on it. So we'll start down here with the text. So we are going to call this how to make chocolate chip cookies in 10 minutes. Okay, that's going to be the title of our blog post or YouTube video, whatever we're doing. Now we can change the font of this. If this isn't our font, we can change it to be our brand's font. If you've uploaded your own font, like I have, like this is one of my fonts here, this Kind Heart. This is something that I have uploaded myself. You can change out your font here. You can search when you click on this box. You can search by handwriting fonts. You got corporate fonts, display fonts, heading fonts, paragraph fonts. You can see the different types of things you can search for. If you want to search this way, you can type something in, or you can simply just scroll and see. If you are seeing this crown, again, anytime you see a crown, these are for pro plans only. So if you don't have the pro plan, you won't be able to use fonts like this. but you can choose, if as you choose one here on the left, it will change over here on the right, as you can see. So you can go through here and kind of see what you like. I personally like to use Leak Spartan a lot for mine. So I'm going to use that in here. And okay, so this is what ours looks like now. Now, I don't really like this orange color. If that's not my brand, we can change it over here. Up here is where you can customize everything. Again, this is where your fonts are. This is the size, so I could make this smaller or bigger. You can also change the size by getting one of these little circles on the side, taking your arrow and just pulling it down or up to make your font bigger. Here is where your text color is. So we can come over here to text color. And as you can see with the brand kit, if you are in the pro version, you've set up your brand colors, they're automatically going to pop up at the top. So anytime I want to use a brand color, I can just click on it and it's going to change over here. So we'll just keep this blue. And then if I wanted to bold it, certain fonts are already bold. This is already a bolded font, but if the font you choose can be bolded, you can click bold or italicize. You can also change the alignment here. So this makes everything aligned to the left. This aligns it to the right, and that one aligns it to the middle. If you wanted bullet points, you have bullet points there, or you can use numbers. Or you can just click off of that. This one right here changes the spacing. So if I wanted my letters closer together, I could do like that. And same thing with line. If I wanted my lines a little closer from top to bottom, I can shrink it this way or this way. So lots of different ways that you can edit things, especially your text. With effects here, you can change how your text looks. So you can have a background and change the colors of the background. You can change the direction of it. I mean, you could really go crazy. There's a curve if you wanted things curved. So you can really play around in here. You can animate things. You can have your text fade in. You can have it pan from the right. This is if you're making more of a video pin. And then there's also more options. If you want everything uppercase, you can click these three dots and click uppercase, and it'll make everything uppercase. And this is if you're locking all your graphics together, which we'll get in a little bit. All right, so that's basically your text, okay? How to make chocolate chip cookies. And now that we've made everything capitalized, I'm just going to shrink it down a little bit so it fits in there better. And I'm actually going to take out the effect we put on this. So let's go back to none. There we go. So we don't have an effect. Now, anytime you do something you don't want, like say I accidentally deleted that picture and I really wanted it, anytime you delete something or add something that you don't want, up here, there is this little undo button. You can always click that and get it back. That's a really nice button that I use a lot. All right, so now that we have our text here, how we like it, let's go down to here. We'll also do this text. I'm just, for the purpose of this, we'll say it's the creative impact. You don't have to put your URL on your pins if you don't want or any of your stuff. You can, if you didn't want this, you could just highlight the box and then hit delete. And then that would be gone. If you want it back, you just hit undo. And I spelled impact wrong. Let me fix that. And if I don't like this, again, we can change it to my brand color. We can shrink it down. We can change the font. If I wanted to keep it Leak Spartan, I would do like that, shrink it down. This little button right here with the arrows going in all different directions. Once your box is highlighted, you can pull that and you can drag it, if you want it at the top, at the bottom, and this would flip it. So you can flip it however you wanted to. You wouldn't really do that with text, but you might want to do that with images if you wanted to change like how the image looks. All right, so we have this and this. I think we're going to keep the background, but if we wanted to change it, you could come up here, change the background color. If we wanted to make it pink or blue, you could do that. I think we're going to just keep it yellow because it fits better with the text over it. All right, so we have our text here and we have our URL. The next thing we're going to do is switch out this picture. So right now it looks like we have lemon cookies here, but we're making chocolate chip cookies. I want a picture of chocolate chip cookies. So you're going to come over here on the left-hand side. You're going to see this whole menu of things. And when you are looking for a photo, you can either upload your own photo or search the photo library that Canva has. So we're going to start here and we're going to go to photos, and you can just come right up here to this top box and type in chocolate chip cookies. And that is going to bring up all different pictures of chocolate chip cookies. that you can choose from. Now, the ones with the crown, again, are pro. So you have to be on the pro plan, or at least on the free trial of the pro plan, to use the pro images. This is one of the reasons why I upgraded to the pro version of Canva, because I think that they have some really great high quality images on the pro plan. Every time I wanted to use an image, I ended up wanting to use one of the pro ones. So you can pay individually. If you add a pro one in, you can pay per download, I believe, but it just makes so much more sense to just pay the $12.99 a month and get unlimited access to as many pro photographs as you want. So I'm going to choose this one right here. Now I can bring it over, and as you slide it, if you hold it down with the mouse and slide it in, you can hover right over the other picture. This is a frame, and then let it go. It will fill in there. But I don't really love how this looks because these cookies are a little bigger than this frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this whole thing right there. And I'm just going to click and add these in. And I think I'm just going to put them just like that. And I kind of like how that looks. If you wanted to use a frame, let me just show you. If you come up here to elements and type in frame, yes, these would bring up different frames. Anytime you see this picture with the clouds, you can pop a picture in there. So if I really wanted to use a special frame like this, I could put it here, and then I could drag my photo in there, and then it's going to fill in the frame for me. So you can do stuff like that. It doesn't really work for the chocolate chip cookies that we're working with, but it can be really neat if you're adding in like a picture of yourself or something. So I'm going to undo that because I don't really want to frame, but I wanted to show you that. So we have our chocolate chip cookies here. Now, if this was me just doing this, I'd probably make this the whole section. I would get rid of this element. But since I'm doing a tutorial, I want to show you how you can use different elements as well. So let's put that like that. Okay, so as we come back over, I have this element here. And when you're searching for elements, you can come over here to the side. And this is basically different types of shapes, graphics, things like that. So if I wanted a square, I could type in square and pop in a square. And then change the color right here. I could make it a pink square or yellow square, anything I wanted. You can also search for icons in the element section. So if I just wanted to look up certain icons, I could do that. If I wanted a person icon, you got all the person icons. Again, if it has the crown on it, they're pro versions, but there are a lot that you can get that aren't pro version as well. Now, if I wanted a cookie icon, I could just type in cookie. And this would bring up lots of different graphics for me. So I could put in, let's see, I kind of like this one. We just double click on it and it would pop it in here. We could highlight that, delete it, bring this one up to the top. If we wanted to use another graphic like that, we could do that, okay? So that is how you use elements. If you wanted to, I forgot to tell you, if you wanted to upload your own photo, what you could do is come here to uploads. And you would just come here and go to upload media. And then from within there, it would bring up your files. You would choose what you wanted to pick, and then you could upload it into here. So you can see I have all different things I've uploaded in here. A lot of my YouTube videos, thumbnails, and things are in here. If you wanted to, remember I was showing you how you could use the frame. So let me just quickly show you. If you went to elements and typed frame, let's just say for a second we wanted to use this frame. And this kind of works really well with pictures. I could take, let's see, one of these pictures and pop it in there. And then you can see, you could resize it, move it over. So you have a nice framed picture of yourself in a special cutout, okay? All right. So here, let's just say we're done our Pinterest pin and we are ready to download it. What we're going to do is we're going to come over here to this share button. This share button right here is what you're going to click on. And this is going to give you several different options. You can share it with people. You can schedule it. You can download it. You can share it on social. You can print your design. What I'm going to show you how to do today is how to download it. So basically, you're going to click on this download button, and then you're going to get to choose the file type. So if you just want it as a graphic, I highly recommend PNG. That's the most high quality. There's also JPEG. If you want it to be a PDF, like if you are creating some type of workbook or worksheet, you might want it as a PDF. There's also an MP4 video or GIF if you're making any of those types of things. But for the most part, you're probably going to download it as an image or a PDF. for the purposes of this tutorial, it's a pin, so we're going to download it as a PNG. And if you have the Pro version, you can see with these crowns, you can resize the image right here automatically. You can create a transparent background, which is really nice if you are creating an image that you're going to put on top of like a colored background and you don't want the white square part of the canvas. It will get rid of that background for you, so you can use a transparent background. You can compress the file. So a lot of nice features in the Pro version just to give you a little more flexibility. But when you are ready to download, you're just going to click the purple download button. And what that's going to do is going to download to your download drive. And then from there, you can take this picture and use it wherever you want. Okay, so once you download it, it is saved in your projects automatically. You will see up here that all changes have been saved. It usually saves every couple seconds. You don't have to worry about saving it on your own. When you come back to home here, you will now see in your project section your latest creation. So it's right here. So you can click on that again. And let me also show you, I forgot to mention, how you can rename something. So this template was called Yellow Brown Minimalist Cookies Food Pinterest Pin. But if you're searching for it, like later on down the line, if you want to find this pin again, once you start creating lots of stuff, it can be hard to find. So I could rename this as Split Chip Yellow Pin or whatever you wanted to name it as, and then it would automatically save. Now from here, say I wanted to take this graphic, this Pinterest pin, and turn it into a Facebook post. You can easily do that on the Pro version without having to recreate the whole thing again by going to home and then going to, having to click Facebook post here. And if you didn't have the Pro version, you have to go to Facebook post, start a new one here and create it all from scratch. But since we have if you have the Pro version, let me show you how you can easily resize this. This is another great reason why the Pro version is really helpful to have. Not necessary, but helpful. So this is our Pinterest pin. If we come up here to resize, we can resize it to any size that we want. But if we're looking for something specific, like Facebook posts, we can just click that and hit copy and resize, and it's automatically going to put it into a Facebook post size for us. So this is the canvas for Facebook posts, and then all we'd have to do is maybe drag this out a little bit. If we want it to be like that, maybe how to make chocolate chip cookies in 10 minutes. We could make it a little bigger to fit in that canvas better. We could make this a little bit bigger to fit the space. And let's say we just wanted to delete that and make this like this. And there you go. In about like 10 seconds, you have a whole other repurposed post that you can create. Now we can post this quickly on Facebook. Done. Same thing if you wanted to resize it to like a YouTube thumbnail. You could type in YouTube thumbnail, click on that, copy and resize, and then it's going to be, this is the size you need for the YouTube thumbnail. You can switch things around. We can move this here. We could bring this over here. You can make it bigger. Make this bigger, and then there's your YouTube thumbnail. So you can see how nice that is to have that extra little feature. And then we just would change the title of this to chocolate chip yellow and keep it YouTube thumbnail. And then we could go back home and these things would all be done in our projects right here. So we have the YouTube thumbnail, the Facebook post, and the chocolate chip yellow pin. Now it's still showing this as a preview of the old one, but when you do click on it, it's going to show up as the new pin that we made. All right, so I showed you how to make some social media graphics. Now the next thing I want to show you how to do is how to create a freebie or an opt-in to grow your email list. You can do this directly within Canva. So say we wanted to create a cheat sheet of some type or a checklist. You could just come here to the search button and type in checklist and click on that, and a whole bunch of templates again are going to come up. You are welcome to use any of these. You cannot take this and resell this template by any means. These are done by designers. You can go to the terms of use in Canva to get all the information on this, but you can use their templates and share them for free with your audience by just changing a few things out here. So let's just say, what type of wedding? Let's just say, okay, say we're a wedding planner and we want to grow our email list by, we're writing about weddings, blogging about them, or have a YouTube channel about them, and we want to offer our audience a free wedding checklist. So we could, let's click on this checklist and see what this is about. Now, obviously this is a template, you're going to want to change the checklist to meet your needs. But let's start with this. To make this is really small. So down here on the bottom here, we see it's at 39%. We can zoom in on this by clicking this at the bottom and kind of take a look here. So wedding checklist first month, you can change out the text. Again, you can change the font, you can change the color. Everything is customizable here. You can change each of these, but it's kind of nice. It already has all these little boxes created for you, so you don't have to spend time doing it. It's one of the best things about Canva is all these great templates. So you could change this out to meet your needs. If you don't like this graphic, you want different flowers or a different image, you could just either go to photos or go to elements. Let's go to elements. We'll type in flowers. See what comes up. We could just delete this out and come over here, bring, we don't want it to, if you drag it in, it's probably going to like populate somewhere else. But if you just double click it, it'll show like this, and we can shrink it down. We can turn it. Let's see if we can turn it on its side. There's our arrow. We can turn it, move it back like that. If we wanted to use this for all the sides, we could just, once your box is highlighted, you can come over here. This little plus sign here allows you to duplicate things. So anytime you want to duplicate something, just make sure your box is highlighted, duplicate it. And there's your other one. We can just delete that, use this. Let's turn it this way. So the sky's really the limit. You can do so much with this. If you wanted to put a link in, let me also show you how you can add links into your freebies or whatever you're using. So let's just say we wanted to link this. What we would do is we would highlight it and we come over here to this little button that says link. And from right in here, you can enter your link. So we could put, let's just grab we'll use the creativeimpact.com. We'll link that there. We'll hit enter. And now this is a hyperlink. When it gets downloaded and shared, it's going to be a link that people can click on that'll take them right to your website if you want. So you can add in links. Let's say we wanted to add in a picture of ourselves down the bottom just for branding. If you go to uploads, you can upload a picture of yourself here. I already have one. Let me see if I can find it in here. I know I have a profile picture of myself. As you can see, I use this a lot. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. So if I wanted to upload this, that's big. Let's drag this down here. Let's shrink it down and say I wanted to have this picture, but I don't want this background behind it. I just wanted to be a picture of myself. This is one of the super cool things about the pro version of Canva. You could use this without, needing to get rid of it and just put it down here like this if you wanted. But to make it look really professional, we're going to get rid of the background. So once you've clicked on your picture, you can come over here to edit image. And there's this thing called background remover. And when you click on this, it's going to remove the entire background of your picture and just leave the main focus, which is in this picture, myself. And there you can see now that the background is completely edited out. So it's just me and it looks like so much more seamless right there. So I could put that there if I wanted to. You can have you saying something or just at the bottom. So it's just brand recognition like that. It's one of the reasons I love the pro version for that background remover. There's more things you can do within editing here. You can make the image brighter or darker. You can change the contrast, the saturation. There's different filters. There are so many different things that you can play around with in here. It would take me all day to do a very deep dive into every single thing you could do in Canva, but just take a look, go through, play around with it. The more you play around with it, the more that you'll understand in here. You can also crop your picture if you need to crop it by using those arrows. You can flip your picture if you want, if you'd rather have it the other way. So let's flip it vertical. If I want to be upside down or flip it horizontal, I could turn it that way. Lots of different things that you can do. All right. And then a couple more things we can play around with on the left-hand side here. There's a background changer. So if you wanted to change the background of this, you could pick one. You have that. You can see all the different ones they have. Glitter. You would have to, that doesn't really work. You could try, all different backgrounds you can choose from. And then again, not only can you choose the background, you can also change the colors. So many things to change there. If we wanted to change our text here, let's go into text and we could change it to, if we wanted, instead of this type of thing, we could have it be, what if we want it glow, and we could change this out, and we definitely need to shrink that down a bunch, all the way down. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Could use something like this and type in wedding checklist. This is a little bit Miami here, a little bit right for a wedding checklist, but I just want you to see the different things you can do. We can put that here. Again, you could change the colors and, change the size and the font, all things like that. But that is how you can really play around with things. And then you can add video if you want, or audio. I'm not going to do that with the wedding checklist. Once it's how you want it, you'll come over here to share. And you can just click download and download it. If this is your checklist, you'd want not as an image, you want to download it as a PDF so you can share it with people. So you would just click that and then click download. All right, let's go back to the homepage. I'm going to show you how to do one more thing, and that is how to create mockups within Canva. This is something that I do a lot to display my different products. You can see something like this is a mockup. It lets you see my product that I'm selling, and I can load everything on this laptop with pictures behind it. I'm going to quickly show you how you can do something like this in Canva. So when you're on your homepage here, you can create a blank design. Let's just use a Facebook post, and we'll create a blank canvas here. And what we're going to do is we're going to create something where a frame where we can bring in pictures. So what we'll do is we'll go to elements, and I'll type in frame. And if I scroll down here, I'm going to come across things like a desktop computer and a laptop computer. What I can do is I can pull this over here like this, make it the size I want. And then I can also pull in graphics behind it like this. Let's put a bunch of these. And right now they're in front. I want them in back. How you would position your graphics. If you have these are in front right now, you want them in back, you just click on the one you want in back, hit position and go backwards. You might have to click it once or twice to get it behind there. And now all of those things are behind it. If you want to, let's bring this down a little bit. If we want to bring everything down, you can just highlight it, drag it down. You want to do it one at a time. You can curve these a little bit by hitting that curvy arrow like that. And like that. And then you can pull in any graphics you have that you've uploaded or that you've made, and you can just pull them into these frames to do a mock-up, something like this. And then when you're happy with it, you can just go to share and download it. What I do is I actually create a lot of these mock-ups. Let me show you in my projects here. And I actually sell these as part of my digital product Power Pack. So I have ones like this that I've created. And if you are also creating mock-ups for your students, if you are a creator and is teaching people how to do graphic design like this, you can take any of the mock-ups you make and you can share them as templates. So how you would share a template for other people to use within Canva is you would just go to this white button that says share and come down here to the more button. And right here, it's a template link. So when I share this with my students in my digital product Power Pack thing, which allows them to just use my templates and pop in their own graphics so they don't have to create this on their own, I would just click template link, and I have this link right here. I would just copy it. And then when a student would use it, they would pop this in there, and it would say a design was shared by them and they could use the template. So if you ever need to share templates with anyone, that is how you would do it. All right, let's go back home. I think I have covered a lot today, definitely enough to get you started using Canva. I'm really excited to see what you will create in here. One last thing that I will show you is anytime you create something and you really like it and you want to create something similar, like say you want to create another YouTube thumbnail with this same background and everything. You don't have to start from scratch. What you can do is come down to your recent designs, see these three dots right here. You would just click on it and then click make a copy. And what that'll do is it'll make a fresh copy right at the top of your designs. And you can click on it. You can rename it up here. You can do like YouTube thumbnail 2 or whatever you want to call it. And then you can just start creating from here and say you just wanted to switch on this. Maybe the next one you're doing sugar cookies. So then you put sugar cookies here and we pop in, maybe we'll pop in this one here. Okay. And then everything else would be the same. We just change out. We could crop this a little bit. We could even remove that background if we didn't want that white on there by going to edit image, and then how to make sugar cookies in 10 minutes. And then this could be our new YouTube thumbnail. So Really, so many things you can do. Such a time saver, such an amazing tool. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you enjoy using Canva as much as I do. All right, guys, I hope you now have a much better idea of what Canva is and how you can use it to help you grow your impact and your income online. Let me know in the comments below what you are most excited to create using Canva. I would love to know. That's it for today's video. Keep making an impact with your knowledge, talents, and skills, and I'll see you next time.